The girls are back. The girls are back.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, I love to hear white men scream when I enter the room. Thank you so very much, everybody, for joining us tonight. It's the Ooh Ladies First panel. Okay. Make sure you follow all of us on our various social medias. Okay. Hold on, because my Twitter suspended right now, but I'm still at Bondy Blue on everything. Jami ThatsMe is at Jami ThatsMe on everything, and Necey Dixon is at Necey Dixon on everything. Okay.
Mhm.
So make sure you guys send us letters, send us your mess, because we would love, love, love to talk to you guys about y'all personal business. So please send emails to OohLadiesFirstPanel@gmail.com. Ladies, you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Hi, everyone.
What's going on?
We're back.
Hey.
Did you
Okay.
appeal that?
I did. I'm waiting.
Okay. Yeah,
Did
they'll
you find
probably
out what?
clear it up because I've been seeing that happen to a few people in the past few weeks. I think since the year started, and they got it cleared up within a few days. So it makes me think that Twitter must be doing something behind the scenes
Yeah,
or
causing like
something.
an automatic thing. It was
Yeah.
either that or somebody was like, reporting me because I said some shit.
Somebody didn't like what you said.
Yeah.
I don't think
People
that's.
do be
I've been
doing
seeing
that.
so many of them though. I done
And this was
seen. Well, I ain't
about
gonna say
my
so
identity.
many. Say what?
It was about my identity. They was like, it was about my background, my bio, my picture, something like that. It wasn't about anything I had said or anything.
Right. I've seen at least
Oh,
like
that's
3 people
interesting.
like that, and then they got it back within a few days. So I'm like, okay, are they doing something
Well, I
behind it? Like,
hope
are they working on something like technical, and then it's like glitching out or something?
I
They need
hope
to
that's
bring the
the
little
case.
bird back. It's Twitter.
For
Please,
real. Stop
please,
playing. What is this
please.
X shit? Stop stealing stuff from
It's
black
Twitter.
people. Put it back.
Yeah, I refuse to call it X.
Yeah,
I
no, it's Twitter.
refuse.
Like the fuck, who you think you is? A revolutionary? Go to hell. Anyway, how are y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Y'all
Can y'all
feeling
still
good?
can you hear an echo on me?
It's
Keep talking.
like it's like you're talking in a room. Like I don't know if it's picking up your
Yeah,
mic or the
that's
mic
true.
in on your computer.
Okay. Here. Go ahead. I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay. So, well, first of all, I want to start with Love and Marriage Huntsville tea because
Mm.
apparently there was an article done with the US Sun about Mel and Martell's divorce and their child custody battle and what's been going on behind the scenes. And you guys can go to the sun.com and find this article yourself. But I'm just gonna read to y'all the meat, okay? And
Okay.
I quote: in the filing obtained by the U.S. Sun, the Behind Every Man host claimed her ex continues to use corporal punishment that is excessive and abusive towards the minor children, including but not limited to choking, grabbing, punching the minor son, hitting all the children, pulling and twisting them. The father has refused to follow the court order as he has stopped therapy between him and his minor son. The filing continued. The father continues to incorporate corporal punishment on the minor children that they only want to see their father if he will stop hitting them. She
Ooh.
also said that he exhibited behavior that has been negligent and unstable and has shown a lack of proper parenting when it comes to his care for the minor children during his custodial times. In addition, she gave examples of some of his threats, including reportedly saying he will knock them out. Apart from being concerned about the children's mental well being, she said that she's concerned about Martell's mental stability since he continues to relocate, has violated previous court orders, and has even threatened to distribute a sex tape that the parties created during their marriage. Given all this, she requested the court only allow him daytime visits with the kids until he enrolls in therapy and anger management. And he fired back, of course, and said that everything was frivolous and untruthful. Um, but he was also then arrested on January 9th. Okay. So yeah, I'm inclined to believe that Martell is in fact losing his shit and may
Mm-hmm.
take out his anger on his children, especially if he feels they aren't rejecting Melody the way he would want them to, because he often gets mad with, Marceau and the group whenever they don't just take his side in an argument with Mel. He gets upset with everybody and wants them to just pick his side. I imagine he would do things to the kids because of that same type of scenario.
Yeah, I just think ultimately Martell, he resents his decision and he takes it out on his kids. He hates the fact that he has that outside child. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing different. And he can't change that. And because of that, he takes it out on their kids. And I believe when the kids don't necessarily reject their mama the way that he may want them to, it is amplified. But I think it's more so him just, regretting that decision, because if those kids see how he responds when they don't reject their mom, most of the time how kids operate is, okay, I'm not going to say this or I'm not going to say that so that daddy doesn't hit me or that daddy doesn't do this. So they might suppress their feelings about that, but they may still run back and tell mommy everything daddy may have said. But ultimately that man just hate the fact that he got that girl pregnant, or at least that she kept the baby, because he got her pregnant before and she aborted the child. So he's feeling a way about the fact that she had that baby and now he has to deal with it. He ain't got his family. Like, that's really all on you, but he resents it.
Yeah. Is the audio better now?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to switch. But anyway, yeah, I completely agree. We've been seeing Martell spiral out right in front of our faces. And honestly, ever since the Las Vegas trip, I've been afraid for Mel's safety. But this kind of has me thinking back to whenever he got into it with Mel's brother, Marcus, about the whole cookie thing. And I could tell he probably was upset with the kids for even saying that they had a good time at the uncle's house. So anything in proximity to Mel is gonna set him off. So I think if this is what's going on, Mel is making the right move by limiting the time that he spends with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It's really sad. And we hope everybody is safe, you know what I mean? Because that's a lot going on. We saw that Mel went back to her short blonde hair, which I'm so happy for her, okay? Because
Oh, she did?
she did, girl. Hold up. Let me pull it up on
And
Instagram.
I was just watching season 1 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Child. Oh Lord. The way she outed that man at that table, girl. Lord have mercy.
What a time.
What a time. What a time to be alive.
What a time.
Okay.
Okay, that's cute.
Okay, hold on. Let me play the video. Wait, no. These hoes don't be mad at me. These hoes mad at Megan's Law. I don't really know what the
Yeah,
problem.
that's cute.
I guarantee they don't want me to start. Yeah, that's cute. I really like that.
That's
Mhm.
much different than the one she had before.
Yes.
Super cute. I think she went blonder. That's nice.
Yes. I love the brown in there because I ain't gonna lie. I know y'all fave right now is loving her white blonde hair, you know.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Girl. Oh, girl. Every time, like when I saw her at the Grammys, like, and we're about to get into the Grammys looks, and her looks is one of them, so I don't want to waste it. But it was just like, man, come on.
I saw you said she looked like a oil tycoon
Yeah, take a
billionaire.
roll tycoon. Like it looked like money, but damn, the hair is just killing me. It's not my favorite look on her. Okay, I can have
Mhm.
an opinion. Okay, but
Yeah, that's fair.
let's
Hmm.
let's get into the looks from the Grammys. Okay, so Jamie. Oh, sorry, that was funny as hell. Okay, so we got Cat Graham. We got what's the little young lady whose name I'm spacing on right now?
Koi?
Oil Ray.
Coily Ray. We got Lizzo, who we haven't seen in a month of Sundays. Okay, haven't seen those large flat cakes plastered on my Instagram in a while.
Not flat cakes.
She listen, she looks good. And then we have Ice Spice thinking she did something good when in fact she did something bad. I don't know who said that they needed to pull this out of archive. I don't know who the fuck told Baby Fat they needed an archive that included a Gene two-piece gown to wear to a award show. Like the MTV Awards, honestly, I would take this at the VMAs, the MTV Awards, something like that.
Absolutely.
Even a BET Award, I would take that. At the fucking Grammys, my girl, this was not it. I don't care who we were doing it for. I don't care who the homage was going to, bitch. I am so upset about it. Because she just could have done so much better. We've seen her do better. Lizzo,
Mm, have we?
yeah, I think the last time I saw her on a red carpet, she did something very simple. It was when she had the straight hair and it was like a silky kind
Mm.
of dress, like satiny material, but she looked nice. Not like this, like this reminds me of Ghostbusters 2, where that lady's mink turned on her and started trying to eat her. Like
Mm.
that's what this reminds
Mm.
me of. I don't like it. I actually really like Lizzo. I think that makes her shape look very nice. Her boobs look good. Like she looks like she lost some weight. Um, yeah, I like this look on Lizzo. This was cute. To me, this is what Suki Hana attempted to do. I'm not gonna show y'all Suki Hana. I don't really care. I didn't pull it up. I don't care, y'all. Please don't make me.
So
Coily,
Kiana, where was she at? The Grammys?
girl, she waited for everybody to go inside and then she pulled up outside and acted like somebody invited her.
I was
Um,
gonna say, I know she wasn't at the Grammys.
Funny.
ah, oh.
No shade. I'm just saying, like, what?
Mhm. Coily Ray, I think, looked better on the red carpet in video than she does in this picture. Because when she was talking, I forgot they did like the red carpet and talking to Candy and all of them, and she was standing there. No, she was talking to damn, I hate when I space on people and I know who I be talking about. Um, Orange is the New Black, but is always doing the fashion stuff now.
Laverne Cox.
Yes, Laverne. Thank you. I was like la 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 and couldn't think of it. Laverne Cox. She talked to Coily Ray, and I was like, oh, I like it. And then I wish she would put the jacket on. If she would have had the jacket on, I think it would have like gave more. But I don't like it in this picture. But I liked it on camera. And then Cat is another one that I felt like this looked better on camera than it does in the picture. In the picture, it looks a hot ass mess. All right, go ahead.
What does Kat Graham do right now?
Oh, couldn't tell you. I know she acts, ever so often she'll pop up in
Yeah.
some thriller movie somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. For me, Kat Graham looks like Bondy. I feel like you did this on purpose because almost everybody on this the slide of everybody that's not giving. Like I feel like you said, let's just throw them all together.
A little bit.
Yeah, Kat Graham looks a mess. It's giving angel priest. I don't like it at all. Um, it just looks weird. And then Koi, is that a jacket in her hand
Yeah,
or a shawl? Something.
it's a jacket.
Okay, it might have looked better with the jacket, but that I don't really have no thoughts on that. Koi is really pretty, but I just don't feel like it's given. The outfit is not adding to anything at all. It's just the prettiness isn't enough to balance out what the outfit is not giving. And then with Lizzo, she looks good too. I think it's very simple. I think it's showing off her body, which is, it seemed like that's what she wanted to do. And then for Ice Spice, I have to agree 1,000%. This is not Grammys to me at all. It's given costume.
Mm.
I remember actually it reminds me of like when I was in this is so specific. It reminds me when I was in like fifth grade, my sister made me a 1970s Halloween costume and it was like patchwork and I had the fur around the neck, but also kind of giving like that 2000s That's So Raven with the fur around the neck. But I just don't think that this was the event for that.
I agree. I think what Lizzo is wearing, it kind of makes me think of BET Awards last year. So I feel like this outfit would have definitely been better suited for that. As far as arriving to the Grammys in this type of outfit, I definitely expect this out of Diamond. But for some reason, we got it out of Spice. I think her hair is super cute. I think her makeup looks good, but I don't really like the dress or the whole outfit. I don't even like Lizzo's look. I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe because it's leather or something, but I don't like her look either. Koi's outfit looks like it's unfinished, and I didn't understand the purpose of holding on to the jacket. I'm like, are we gonna put it on or not? It just looks unfinished, and I mean, it's like, why do they be putting people in this crazy attire? Like, maybe it's just because of the names, whoever the people are, maybe that's why. But it's just like, come on, at least get something that's flattering. I feel like
The
whatever
pose
cat.
too.
Yes. Like, what is this? Cat Graham, this looks like an outfit she would wear to the Met Gala, but not so
Mm.
much as the Grammys. I don't
Mm.
think
I
that
wouldn't even
worked
be
here.
for it at the Met.
Mm,
I
damn.
wouldn't wear it here. I wouldn't wear it
It
there.
looked like one of them leftover costumes when you show up to Party City the day before Halloween.
Not Party
Mm,
City.
You know, because you just need a look. It just, I don't know,
mhm.
not
Oh,
here for it.
let's move on. Okay. So we got our girl Kenzie. We got Coco. We got
Mm,
Victoria. We have Jeanette.
ugh.
I do not like Candy's dress. I don't like it. It looks like it was supposed to have more shingles on it. But I'm gonna say on camera, it looked good. This is another one of those looks that I feel like when it was actually on camera and she was sitting down and you could kind of see the little bees lit up like under the desk because they had like a see-through desk they were sitting at, and she was like all lit up against the lights. I think that it looked good then. But it do look like a Tags boutique special, and I'm upset about that for her. She could have done way better than this for the Grammys, especially since she was hosting on the the pre-show red carpet. Coco looks gorgeous. Love everything about it. Victoria, gorgeous. Love everything about it. Love the skin tone on this specific, dress color. Like it's just so complimentary. And I also love Janelle Monae's look. Like I just feel like the three of them, tens across the board. Candy, you could have done better. Hair and makeup is good. Candy also announced on the red carpet that she is quitting Real Housewives of Atlanta finally. She has decided to go ahead and exit stage left and call it a day. She says that she's not coming back. Even though people would think that she may, eventually come back, she says she's not coming back because she know how she is. Once she done, she done. And it's not no bad blood. It wasn't that they weren't offering her a spot. It wasn't that they weren't offering her the right amount of money. She said they just took too long. And once she started to really enjoy what she was doing acting projects and being able to spend more time with her kids and her family, it just seemed easier and better for her to go ahead and make that decision to let them go before they let her go. And I
Mm,
think that was smart. Um,
mhm,
on top of that, she said, because she did a speak on it, and she basically said that Andy really was supportive of her throughout the entire time. He even helped her try to shop a show about the lesbians and the bisexuals down to the Atlanta behind the scenes and everything. He tried to help her with that. Show never got greenlit. It was supposed to go to Oxygen, but either way, it helped her get the relationships that she needed, moving forward to do all of the projects that she's done. Um, and he supported her when she went to the network about making sure they had black people on their production. She says even Mama Joyce didn't know that she was going to quit until she talked about it on the red carpet. They had sent a letter. Her lawyer had sent a letter to the network, so the network knew. But she just decided to go ahead and say it in a moment because people kept asking her about it. So she just decided to keep it a buck and tell him that she wasn't coming back. And Mama Joy said that she was proud of Candy. So I feel like somebody does need to do a compilation of all of Candy's best moments if they haven't already. Because I think she gave us some great moments on the show, and I'm glad that she's leaving without being fired. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it just was a good time to get out.
Yeah, it was the right time for sure.
Anything to say about that, y'all?
About Candy.
Yeah. And the looks,
Um,
what do you think?
yeah. Candy, I am sad to see her go. I'm not gonna say I'm like extremely sad, but I'm more so just it just kind of whenever something don't feel right, she's just been a constant on the show.
Mhm.
Um, like when Cynthia left, I really did not. I wasn't moved, But with Candy, it leaves me wondering like what's gonna happen. Candy is she's an anchor on the show.
Right.
She does what needs to be done without doing the most. She's authentic. So it makes me nervous for what's to come. But I think like ultimately she did what was best for her because they took too long. So I would hate for them to be like, you know what, you're not coming back. Candy done earned her stripes. So I'm glad that she decided to bow out gracefully. And she did say that if she ever needed to come back, of course she could because they got all these other housewives that come back. But I don't see Candy coming back either. Maybe like in a friend capacity, maybe just popping up at an event or something, but I really don't see her coming back to the show.
Yeah, I don't think she will. Well, I kind of hope that she does, and I like the fact that Andy is leaving the door open for her. I think that's great. I feel like that's how you're supposed to leave a network. Like lead them before they leave you. In so many words. And just doing it tastefully. Like she's still gonna have those connects. She might be able to pull a Vanderpump Rules with Candy in the game. Vanderpump Rules been on for a very long time. I think the season 11 has started.
Mhm.
So hopefully she gets that opportunity to be that. You know what I'm saying? The black version of Vanderpump Rules. I would love to see it. I'm
Yeah.
hoping she gets that. But that's how you leave a network. That's how you leave a company. Still, keeping a majority. Okay. Because some folks you just ain't gonna rock with. But like keep a majority of the relationships intact. The important ones. So she can come back or she could pitch another show, one or two or three, and get some more opportunities. So and shout out to Candy for that. And
Yeah,
I
she
think
said
she'll
she
do
was still
some pop
working on
ins.
more. Yeah, she said she was still working on more stuff too. So the relationship ain't done with Bravo. That's good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, as far as looks, I have to agree with Bondy. I don't really like Candy's look from the waist up, which is how I saw most of her looks. I was like, okay, this is fine. But looking at the whole thing, I don't really care for it. But I will shout out the tone in her arm. I could see that. And then for Coco Jones, I think Coco Jones looks good. She looks elegant, even with the titties out. And then Victoria Monet, oh my gosh, the color of that dress on her skin just eats. It looks so good. And Janelle Monet, like I haven't seen her look bad at all. Like, like I remember everybody said she when she stopped looking like Monopoly Man. Like literally, Janelle Monet has looked good ever since to me. I think she looks nice. That's like a very intricate black dress. Not boring.
Absolutely. It's too cute. And the pose is everything that helps out that whole dress, that whole look. She looks beautiful. Same thing with Victoria. I think Victoria looks very, very nice with this dress. And it was so cute seeing her daughter. I think her daughter had like a similar dress. And they
Yeah.
did this whole little celebration for her daughter, like a little Grammy type dinner thing. And she had her little red carpet. It was so cute. I love it. And
Mhm.
her and her man look really, really good together. Her
They
daughter
do.
looks just like her dad. Super cute. I think Coco Jones looks absolutely beautiful. I love this color on her. I love that color. Something about that color. She looks really, really good. Candy, I did not like this dress at all myself. Actually, when I saw it on video, it kind of looked like Candy was pregnant for a second. I was like, "What is Candy pregnant?" And I'm like, "Okay, no, I think that's just the dress and how these little things are draping off of her. Like it was not complimentary at all." So I actually did. Yeah, I ain't like that dress at all. I was like, Candy, this one ain't it.
Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. We have Fantasia, who I feel like was eating. Okay. Then we have the Bailey sisters. We got Haley here with DDG. He looks like he's in his dad's suit. I love her dress. I hate her wig. um, I don't like anything about Chloe's look. I don't like her wig and I don't like that dress, but her body looks amazing. Um, I added Beyonce because she wasn't on the red carpet, but we just needed to discuss whatever the hell was going on. I feel like this was Beyonce's I'm going somewhere after this. I don't give a fuck about these Grammys outfit. And I think she meant to look like a Texas oil tycoon billionaire.
Yeah.
I think she and Jay-Z meant to come into the building and let y'all know that, yeah, we here, but we ain't really here. Okay. And we ain't here because we ain't here. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
People are saying that Beyonce is hinting at a country album.
That's what
Um,
I honestly thought that too.
you thought that?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it until I just saw people buzzing about it. So it was supposed to be a clue. I saw two different looks where she was wearing pants with this
Yeah.
outfit, and
Yeah.
I actually preferred the pants. Um, but yeah, I think the outfit was cute. But somebody in the comments said that the platinum hair is aging Beyonce, and I have to agree. Um, she did look a little more her age because she don't look her age, but she looked a little more her age with that platinum hair. Um, Chloe, oh my gosh, y'all, Chloe and Halle, let's just lump them together. I don't understand. I don't understand how y'all have connection and ties to stylists and just stuff that your peers don't have, and they are still advising y'all to go lay these straight wigs on top of your locks, and they aren't laying the locks all the way. The wigs just look like they are sitting on top of their heads.
Terrible.
I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it at all. Chloe, the dress, you know, I feel like the dress might have looked all right, but she looks uncomfortable as she's posing, and it's making me uncomfortable. Like she's just trying too hard. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people notice. So I'm not here for the look. Hallie's dress looks okay, but I feel like she's still paying homage to the Little Mermaid, and she ain't gotta do that no more with the wet hair and the no. I did not realize DDG was like 5'2". And this man looks so little. He looked like whenever you are playing that game with your friend and one person is on their knees and their hands, and one person plays the feet. Yeah, it's a mess. But Fantasia, I agree. Fantasia's been looking good every single time we see her. So it's Fantasia for me on this slide. But the Bailey sisters, somebody start over, please.
Yeah, Fantasia has been cutting up on her red carpet looks. Ever since we've been seeing her, like since what, last year, she looks absolutely beautiful. I love the dress. She looks great. Holly and DDG. I like Holly's dress. I wasn't feeling her hair at all. I really hated the fact that it looked like it was crocheted in, which made it look even more worse. Um, as far as Chloe, I think her dress looks nice because she has the body to wear it, but the hairstyle, that was a no. Beyonce's outfit, when I first saw her sitting down at the table at the Grammys, that was a thought that came to me, like, why the hell would she show up with that outfit? Like, could that be like, well, she finna do a country album next? Like, that is literally what I was thinking. And then the second thought was, she a fucking billionaire. You can wear whatever the hell you want. And she, I guess, wanted to be a bit rebellious coming to the Grammys. Like, I'm gonna show up to support my man, but I'm, like Bondy said, I'm really not here for real, for real. But she couldn't help but be there because everybody kept running up to her damn ass, trying to take a picture and stuff. I know she was tired. Like, girl, I've had enough of this on tour, and I got to come here, and y'all
Y'all seen
lining
her
up
with
to
Meryl
see me.
Streep.
That's
Thank
why
you.
they left as soon as it was over. Yeah, Meryl Streep was two in
Meryl
her
Streep.
face.
That was a
Like white
funny.
people don't know. No, no. She was probably drinking. When white people get drunk, they be all in your face and shit. Like,
Smelling the
She looked
alcohol
like
on the
it too.
breath.
That's funny.
yeah. Like Miss Merrill, please calm down. Like, please, Lord have mercy. But this is the pants that she
Yeah.
wore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mm. All right, and the last one. Okay, the white adjacent. um, I I didn't like Taylor Swift wearing black gloves with this white dress for some reason. But now that I'm seeing it here, I actually kind of like it, but it still kind of looks weird, like her arms get chopped off or something like that. It's weird. But I love the dress. I don't like the fishtail ponytail, but I know that's the best Taylor could do. I like the makeup. Um, Miley is paying homage to Tina Turner from that Mad Max movie she was in. I hate the hair, but I do love the outfit, the metal. I think her body looks good. It looks beautiful. Um Dua Lipa, hated it. Don't like it. It doesn't look like it fits. But we like anything shiny. Also, could she have done her hair for this? Maybe, I don't know. Seems like she just jumped out of the shower and just went. Doja, I was kind of low key obsessed with the look because I love all of the tattoos, and it looks like she got like some church shit tattooed on her chest. Um, I like the fact that she wore her glasses, and I like the fact that she's wearing her little toit. Like it just kind of seemed like I'm gonna look pretty, but like fuck y'all.
Mhm.
So yeah, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I like Doja's dress and the tattoos. Dua Lipa, I like the color of her hair. The dress, not so much. And then Miley, I didn't know what Miley was doing, honestly, but I didn't really mind her look. I felt like it was different. I didn't know why she was dressed like that. But it doesn't look as good right here as it does whenever she was like in motion when I saw the clips. And then for Taylor Swift, who was it? Aretha Franklin dresses,
Beautiful gowns.
beautiful gowns.
Mhm.
Like I'm in beautiful gowns. That's it. Every single time. She stay in her lane. I can't be mad at it because I've never seen her look a mess.
Mm. Yeah, I like Taylor's dress. I think she looks nice. I like the pose as well. Miley, I don't know. I guess if you giving homage to Tina, I'll let you slide. Your hair was given. I don't know why I was thinking like a Farrah Fawcett or something when I saw your hair, so I was really confused on what you were doing. But I guess you're cool on brand. Dua Lipa, I don't like anything about this look at all. And Doja, you look crazy as you always have looked for the past 2 years. The eyeglasses are giving teacher, the rest of the outfit is giving vampire at night. And if that's what you want to go for, go ahead, girl.
Okay, I'm sharing something.
Okay.
I wanted to show y'all what she was fashioning herself behind.
I don't really see it.
Me neither.
That's not. That wasn't it. This would have been a much better choice if she literally just went for the look.
I mean,
Because
she didn't
this
go
look
for
is eating her up, to be honest.
Yeah.
it was inspired, like the metal dress, the hair kind of being pulled back in like a mohawk mullet thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
she
not
wanted
done,
it
huh?
similar but not exact.
Yeah, not exact, but this is what they said that she was fashioning herself
Going
after.
for
Yes,
fashion. Okay.
Hmm.
which I mean, I could see it, in the choices, but I still hated the hair.
You know what's crazy is if that outfit of what Miley had on was on a black woman or a woman of color, I probably would have saw it more.
Mm.
But maybe because it's on her, I'm having a hard time
I want to let me
connecting.
see it again
Okay, hold on.
because now I got to do the visual.
Okay, hold on.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Not you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
You
Like,
see? Maybe they didn't execute it properly.
it
Listen,
messed it up once I seen Tina Turner's like actual outfit. Cause now I'm like, I did not mind Miley's outfit at all when I seen her performing. But now that I see this and I know that that's the inspiration, I'm like, man, like she just could have. She still had a little ways to go.
she had like a metal chastity belt on too under that shit, like metal underwear
Hmm.
under this. Like she went full throttle. But anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and let's press on from there. The Grammys were especially eventful. Fantasia did a Tina Turner tribute, which I found to be odd but still good. Like I just wasn't expecting her. It was kind of surprising when they said Beyonce wasn't gonna do it, since we know that that's her fave. But the only reason I say that about being surprised about Fantasia. It's not because she can't handle it vocally. It's just because Fantasia is not a very physical dance like performer the way
Hmm.
Tina Turner was. Tina Turner had choreography, and I feel like Fantasia is the type of singer that all she got to go out there and do is, do a little shake, let that lip quiver, kick some shoes off, and damn it, we had a good show. She don't really have to, spin into shake a tail feather like Tina did. So I guess that's the reason why I was surprised it was her. But vocally, she's on point. And she looked beautiful during her performance. I forgot to put the picture up here, but just to speak on that is one of the main things. Then, what you call them? Killer Mike, who got best rap album, was arrested. And it was so funny because he got best rap song as well. And they ganked Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice and
Mm.
put it on the website that they had actually won for Barbie's World, but they didn't. And so everybody was pissed. The Barbs were mad. You know, it was very upsetting. And then Jay-Z and Beyonce showed up late, skipped the red carpet. He received the Global Impact Award, which is named after Dr. Dre. He went up there, he got his award. He said a very uncomfortable speech that was cringy to some, funny to others, and spot on to a lot of people. I enjoyed it, honestly. And he basically said that, the Grammys is weird. Their metrics are off. It's a popularity contest. It doesn't make any sense. And for Beyonce to have the most Grammy nominations, and I mean, the most Grammy wins with, I think, 31, something like that. Like, it's crazy that she hasn't gotten album of the year, and we all know she should have gotten album of the year for Renaissance. So the fact that she didn't get it is insane, and they keep giving it to Taylor Swift, who to a lot of us isn't even as impactful as Britney Spears was during her tenure as star white girl in charge. Okay.
No, not at
um
all.
so, Jay-Z also then proceeded to say that some people don't even deserve to be in their categories. I really wonder who he was talking about. The shit was hilarious. He said that when he's nervous, he's honest. And then he proceeded to go down there and, like he quoted in one of his songs, pour champagne into his black Grammy and drink from it. I think it was baller. And then they left. What did you guys think
Yeah,
about
I
Renaissance?
liked what Jay-Z said. You made me think. I'm glad that you brought out Britney Spears to compare her to. Um, because the thing I don't like, I like Taylor Swift individually. I used to like, some of her songs. Our song is a slamming screen door. I used to like the country Taylor Swift. Like, I don't dislike her, but I feel like a lot of her success with like trying to create this Swifty nation is literally just a rebellion by white people. They want to pit somebody against Beyonce. So I think a lot of the obsession comes from the clout because they are eager to try to minimize Beyonce and compare her to somebody who's not a peer. Um, and I think they know that. And I think that Jay-Z explained in the best way possible. It just does not make sense. Um, I was thinking, y'all, I think Renaissance is 2 years old or almost 2 years old now. But y'all know the tour just finished up not too long ago, a couple months ago, and we have still been listening to it. It's literally changed the way that we see fashion in the fucking stores. Gold was like that color. And then all of a sudden, once Renaissance came out, everything switched to silver. The clothes was silver. Everything was sequin metallic. Like the impact is just insane. So I like what he said, and I also liked how he poured his drink in the award at the end and just toasted to that. One of the things I did think was funny though was Blue. Blue was on stage like, huh? What is going on? What you about to say? And a lot of people thought that Blue was brought on stage to be like a shield, so people wouldn't boo
Like a
him.
buffer.
Yeah, a buffer, kind of the same way Tiffany was holding her baby when she was meeting with Kiki on
Yes,
Love and Mayor Huntsville.
absolutely.
Um,
Yeah.
I honestly think Jay-Z would have said the same thing, but I think the headlines probably would have been different if Blue Ivy wasn't standing next to him. The headlines probably would have been more Kanye-esque. So yeah, he didn't lie. When he get nervous, he tell the truth, and I think it's necessary sometimes.
Yeah, I'm glad he used that opportunity. The moment that he received that award and could have made it all about himself, he really didn't. And spoke, on his wife. So shout out to him for that. I think he was absolutely right. How you gonna get this lady all these Grammys in different, for different reasons regarding her music, but she can't get album of the year? Like, are y'all okay? Definitely agree with him. And although like the headlines didn't really read negatively, there were some ladies on The View, or at least one, that tried to make it seem bad by saying that he was diminishing or trying to take away from Taylor's moment. And it's like, how was he trying to do that when his speech, him accepting that award, came well before anybody knew who the hell was going to win album of the year? So you was on some bogusness right out the gate, and you just wanted to, stand up for Taylor because nobody has or whatever. But girl, don't nobody need to stand up for this bitch. Okay. But he just gave his Kanye moment in a more classy way, in my opinion. As he was accepting an award, he did not snatch the mic out of anybody's hand and said what the hell he needed to say. So I was definitely in support of that. Maybe that's what Monique be talking about, having a strong black man by your side. But Beyonce don't call him
Okay.
daddy.
Please, God, no.
You said, but Beyonce don't what?
She
Call
don't
him
call him
daddy.
daddy.
Oh,
She call that
yeah.
nigga boy.
He didn't grow her up. But I don't know, because I don't know. Remember that speech? It was a speech that was going around that Beyonce gave to
Man, his birthday. You raised me up. I'm the woman I am because of you. Yeah, yeah. Damn, they might be right.
Mm.
But you know what? At the end of the day, and I said this today, Sydney and Monique have been together for a long time, and we'll talk about them later in the show. But they've been together a long time. He hasn't divorced her and tried to take her money, and we haven't heard about him cheating on her and trying to, like, dog her
very
out.
true.
So
Right.
honestly, even it, because when I was watching them, even though he worked on my nerves in that live he did, he was talking, because he talks a lot. But something makes me feel like he really must be like a emotional person, because he was crying. Like, he was crying for real.
He was crying on the love.
Oh yeah, he was crying. He was brought to tears because he was grateful that Charlemagne and Jess Hilarious and them spoke up. And really, I kind of got annoyed and rolled my eyes at it. If I'm telling the truth, but something about it made me feel like this is what she must see in him. He must have a lot of emotional intelligence on her behalf, because I do feel like people have fucked over Monique, and he must, feel sometimes, like he may be responsible for the way people treat her. And so to hear them, praise her, I think it might have made him feel, what I'm saying? Like, feel good. However, whatever, there's no evidence that he's dogged her out. And I feel like we know when it comes to Beyonce and Jay-Z that, like, child, Beyonce probably had a nigga. It's probably Julius, like everybody think it is. Like, I don't think in any way, shape, or form Beyonce is over there like being a damsel and allowing this nigga to play in her face like that. I just think we don't know the ins and outs. But that smile she had on her face when she was walking out of the elevator after
Hmm.
Solange beat the shit out of Jay-Z that one time, the smile she had on her face just said a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? And isn't Beyonce a Virgo?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see her cheating on Jay Z back though.
I feel like she must have did something to get back at the nigga.
I think she was smiling like good. Somebody did it, so I didn't have to.
Or she'd leave. Like, what if she just like left? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be gone for a long time. Like, nigga, I'm going to live in another house.
Yeah, I could see that.
No. That, and before she went to that house, I feel like it was really giving ring the alarm, like breaking
Yeah.
some glass on your ass. Like, don't play with me.
Okay, get your prophylactics and go to hell. What she told that boy on that movie?
Oh, you talking about obsessed?
Yeah, get your prophylactics if you think you need them, and go where,
Yeah.
Sharon? To hell. Oh, possibly the Four Seasons. Just the Four.
Yes. Dang, you got a good memory. I can't remember no movie stuff for anything.
Girl, listen, I think at a certain time point, like I could retain movie, like, dialogue, like so easy. Watch it 2, 3 times, know it by heart. Now that I'm old, girl, if it ain't, if I didn't learn it already, girl, I don't know it. And it happens with music too. I be trying to learn lyrics these days, and it just never sticks. Play some shit that I haven't heard in 15 years that used to play on the radio all the time in 1993, and watch I know the words.
Yeah.
Okay, it's insane. Okay, y'all. So, do we have anything else to add on that before we move on to some TV talk? No, we're good. Okay. Okay, so I thought I had a Real Housewives of Potomac thing in here somewhere. Hold up. That that's good enough because we don't really care. We ain't gonna be here that long. I haven't been reviewing it, so I had to actually go and like watch it. And if I could tell y'all the truth, I was like simultaneously trying to find good porn at the same time. Like I just I'm not interested. Listen, I'm not interested. Like I'm bored of it. And so in between trying to find good porn, this is what my notes say. Karen's invite to Surrey went from a few to an all. Happy Eddie is selling weed. Who was invited? Who wasn't invited? Giselle comments on Chris's weight. Mia wants to lead G, but he has no one and he's old, so she's scared he might set the house on fire. Necca tries to talk to Wendy about having a private conversation, but Wendy is kind of like, if you're not coming to me with an apology right now, I really don't have anything to say to you. Mia comes for Karen about the restaurant guy, and Karen is like, I never mentioned you cheating on your husband with a rapper. Okay, and they kind of laugh it off and act like nothing happened. That's all my notes say. That's
That's
all.
about all it was given. For real, for real. Um, it's really nothing to say about the damn show. I'm just with Wendy. At first I was feeling like, okay, Wendy, we can like move forward, because how you move forward with somebody that assaulted you, yet you over here not trying to move forward with a person that called your mama a witch and you a BIT. But after I saw how Neka approached Wendy, and when Wendy was trying to talk, she cut her off. Like on some, well, see, that's why I'm trying to meet. And I'm like, can you let the lady finish her statement?
She
See,
don't
now
want to
I
hear it.
don't want her to talk to you. Correct. It's like you really are not open to progressing and moving forward. So I'm really with Wendy on still standing strong on, bitch. I'm not really effing with you. I haven't been giving you a moment, and I'm not gonna give you a moment. Only reason why I was really getting a little irritated the previous episode was because Giselle already don't talk to Wendy and Candace, right? And then you got Robin damn near icing them out as well. I didn't want to see
Yeah,
another situation of Wendy not talking to Aneka. It's like y'all just really messing up the whole
dynamic.
vibe. Yeah, you're messing up the dynamic. And the fact that it went from a few invitation to all invitations really irked me too, because it's like, damn, you see how much leverage Giselle got. The fact that she said she not going, y'all decided to open it up to everybody. So now everybody can come. So she really do call the shots. So that was irritating. Gordon, I want to know, Mia, why you decided to leave Gordon when Gordon pretty much told you at the table that y'all wouldn't get to the place of where Ashley and them at, because he'll pretty much let you cheat in peace. And y'all will come up with an arrangement. So what did he
That's
really
what
do
he
to where
started.
now you're
Because there's
out?
already a nigga in the picture that no longer wants to be the
The
side.
other.
It's like, yeah,
That's
that
what
sounds
Yup.
about right.
I was thinking the same thing as I watched it. She was already like, no, I know what's next for me. That's the vibe she was giving when she was talking to G. Because honestly, what he said, I kind of felt bad for G because he gave her the best option, but she kind of like, you ain't got nothing for me. I know what's next. The money gone. You depressed. You getting old. I'm not about to be changing your diapers. She knew what was next. So that scene was kind of sad, but it was also kind of funny. And then I guess the guy who Karen was talking about is the guy who she's with now, because Mia was like, he's not a rapper, he's a radio host. So close enough. Um, what else? Yeah, okay. When it comes to the whole weed party situation, I feel like I probably would have canceled the whole event if I was Wendy and y'all was rolling oregano, because it's actually worse than that one episode when Candace had a cash bar for her wedding and people was talking about the cash bar.
Oh damn.
Um, I would have canceled it. And I'm also gonna say I'm assuming that production begged Wendy to invite everybody, because ain't no way I would have had Giselle's ass show up to the event. Ain't no way I would have had Necka's ass show up to the event. And I saw people talking on Twitter about why Wendy would feel some type of way about Giselle not speaking to her at her own event. And then they show all these flashbacks, but the flashbacks were Wendy not speaking to Giselle in public places, not necessarily Giselle's events. Um, I'm tired, is what I have to say. Um, I don't feel bad for Wendy, because I know people were trying to say it was production's fault. Like, well, production obviously showed clips of things that weren't Giselle's event. Obviously, Wendy's not going to talk. I don't feel bad for her, because I think that Wendy did the same thing that Candace does that disappoints me is y'all will get mad and stand up for yourselves. And then on the other side of things, you still want proximity. You still want a hello. You still want a hug. You still want to invite. And it's kind of just like, girl, fuck Giselle. Fuck Robin. Like, who cares? So I don't feel bad
Mm.
for her. And when it comes to NECA, I want to stand 10 toes down for Wendy. But the same way that she's so flip floppy with the Green Eyed Bandits,
Mm.
kind of feel where NECA is coming from at this point. If she invited you to an event, you have no prior history with the girl. And honestly, it makes me question because it feels like Wendy is refusing to have this discussion with NECA on camera. And it's not just like, oh, you call my mama a witch, that's part of my culture. We're not going to touch on it. These women have done much worse things.
Mm.
So I can't stand 10 toes down for Wendy when it comes to the NECA situation. But at the same time, I can say I don't fuck with NECA because NECA came on the show on assignment, obviously. And I think that's why NECA is kind of just like, girl, let's move on. You know, I came on assignment. Let's move on. Let's be cool now. We didn't got the storyline out. But Wendy don't want to have the discussion. So I'm like, girl, I'm tired.
So, question with Wendy acting in that manner, have you thought that she didn't want NECA on the show because she's Nigerian? She wanted to be the only Nigerian. Has
No.
that thought crossed your mind?
I mean, it's crossed my
I
mind because they brought it up, but I don't think that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think it's because NECA's also Nigerian. It's for some other reason. I don't know what it is. I think that she definitely knows of her. I don't think they know each other like that.
Yeah.
But it's something that to me it seems like Wendy don't want to discuss. Like as much as I
Mm.
can't stand the Green Eye Band, it's like they not like it's something she don't want to discuss. And
I
it's
wonder
weird to
because it
me.
makes me feel like that's the only other reason I have to go on. So it's like it does make me question it. Like, so do you not want to interact with her because you do want to be the only Nigerian? Because
I
I
think it's
definitely
because
felt that way before I
whatever
saw how NECA responded to her.
she don't want NECA to expose what it is.
I also
Mm.
think it's a power dynamic thing. I think that Wendy has been like, new girl bullied. And so it's kind of like, I know if I argue with the new girl, it gives her more screen time.
Mm.
So because she came at me, I'm not going to give her that. And I think there's almost like a special tint of nastiness because it's like, bitch, you are Nigerian. So why the fuck would you come on this show against me to these women? So I think that it's like a mixture of her being the new girl, Wendy
Mm-hmm.
wanting to be able to like, have some type of power in this dynamic because she really doesn't. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think she
true.
wanted to have some power in the dynamic and she can hold it over NECA's head. I also feel like she really just wanted a NECA to come to her with an apology. Like when she came to her at Eddie's event, it felt
True.
like when she said you skipping steps, well, I want to meet up. Why can't you just tell me right now
Right
I'm
now.
sorry for the way I came at you? So it
I don't think
almost
that's the time
seems
and
as if
place.
I feel like it
I
was
think it
because
would have been.
everybody was in a good mood and she had given her the moment. They were off to the side by themselves. Why
And
can't
invited
all
her when she didn't even know if she was gonna get the invitation. That would have been the perfect moment to pull her. You had her undivided attention.
I
I
think they
think
need to sit down one on one, and I feel like they could have potentially gotten there.
That could have been the
And
follow-up.
But this is why I feel like Wendy feels like she would be giving her more camera time. Like I'm allowing you to prolong this fight. Are you just not apologizing to me right now? No, we can have another fucking scene so that we can possibly get into another argument. And then we'll have another, I have given you another opportunity to have another scene off my back. And you may
yes,
not even really come to me with an apology. You
Mm.
might just want to come and argue your point to me again. And I feel like Wendy feels like, and I think, like y'all said, there's some personal shit that she may have gotten from Lebe that Lebe got from her sister. I think Lebe was being too thirsty. When Wendy posted the text messages that Lebe was sending her, it did feel like, you trying to get on this show. And I'm wondering if Wendy felt Lebe was a real family friend and then started to notice her doing too much to try to get on the show and was turned off by that.
I can see
You
that.
think
So
Lele was trying to get on the show?
yeah, because they
I agree. Did you catch how she was looking at the other friend that Ineka came brought to the house? I'm like, why
At
is
her
she looking at
house.
her like that? You looking at her like, oh, I thought it was supposed to only just be us. Like, shit, why she here type thing. I'm like,
yeah,
it's something
it was
about Lebe Iwu.
yeah. And to me, when I read the text messages that Wendy had posted, it was too much of let me steal your stilo. Like, who's your surgeon and where'd you get this and where'd you get that? Like, just constant messages asking Wendy for, the what you want her to give you the to-do list to come on the show. Like, it just was weird. And I think that turned Wendy off. And then the fact that Nneka has the connection to Lebe, I think even more so Wendy is like, bitch, I don't have to give y'all no fucking attention because I already feel like y'all moving funny style. Then you come in with your connection to her when she was doing too much, and now you on these whole sides. Yeah,
Mhm.
fuck all y'all. And I
That
that's
make a
why I
lot of
think,
sense.
yeah, I really feel like Wendy just kind of feels like she should be able to be above dealing with a Nneka
Yes.
if a Nneka not even just gonna come and apologize.
Mhm.
Everybody on some icing out shit, and that's what's
Mhm.
gonna fuck up the show because everybody think they too grand.
That
That
girl,
everybody
yeah.
want to have, yeah, everybody want to solidify their position. Like you won't get a scene off me. That's why the show is trash this season.
We about to read some of these super chats. Brittany 12, thank you for the super chat. Jamie, why do you say that lady last name like that?
That's how Ineka said it. Lebe Iwu. That's how she said it on the
Oh,
thing. So I want to make sure I'm saying the last
Nah,
name right.
yeah. You gotta put the emphasis where it's supposed to be at. Thank you for the super chat. It's another super chat. Thank you, Brittany. Am I the only one that thinks both Mia and Gordon played a part in why he was voted out? She's trying to make it seem like it was just him. I don't know. No, yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. I definitely agree.
she did what he knew she was gonna do though.
She needs him to be the problem to validate this damn divorce. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like she even tried to put the death of the attorney on this man. It's like she
Mhm.
accusing this man of something every week. She needs him to be wrong.
But I also feel like that's what you get because didn't you leave your first wife because Mia, you saw Mia down to the strip club?
The writings was on
I
the wall.
agree. I can't
Like, I don't
feel
know what
bad for
you think is
Gordon.
gonna happen when you had somebody that was with you maybe when you didn't have as much, and then you go get with a girl, the city girl that wants you because of what you have. What you think gonna happen? Nicole VT, thank you for the super chat. Something about Chloe and Haley just feels forced. I'm glad that everybody's seeing that it's not just Chloe though.
Mm.
Listen, because I'm seeing a whole new side, a whole new world with Miss Hallie.
Okay.
I'm seeing a whole new one.
Mm.
Christian McGee, thank you for the super chat. Frozen Pepper should have worn her other wig.
The way they be changing Ice Spice name
Yeah,
is
I
killing
said,
me
who is Frozen
softly. They
Pepper?
called her Ice Paprika the other day. I'm like, it's so funny to me.
April B, thank you for the super chat. Let me get my snack. Enjoy the show. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Lovely Abina, for becoming a member. Miss Shantz Hay, Dominic Wilson, Ashley Powell. Thank y'all so much for becoming members of my channel. It's greatly appreciated. We're gonna take a quick little break, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into the married to medicine of it all, and we have opinions. So,
Murder Medicine,
like the
yes.
video, y'all. Okay. Um so Married to Medicine, y'all. Listen, Married to Medicine is really showing itself to be a good show for
Yeah.
two reasons for me.
Mhm.
Currently, what's going on the show is interesting, entertaining, right? But also, I've been rewatching, and when you rewatch, you see similarities throughout the seasons. Okay, I've noticed a lot of Dr. Jackie doing the same shit. I've noticed, that shit with Contessa and Buffy. I was telling the ladies before we came on here, I rewatched that scene at the end of season 7. It was the finale episode to season 7. And Toya and Eugene had just invited everybody over for that party to celebrate. They finally built that house that they wrote their name all on the foundation and then they sold the shit. But I just want to say that even though Toya be working on my nerves, now that I watched it all back, her and Eugene really are the realest. And I love Eugene. Eugene is fair as fuck. Eugene don't care who's around. He's gonna be fair. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's had his moments. But I'm gonna tell you the first moment that I really started fucking with Eugene when they called him a bitch or a big ass bitch. And he was like, that's fine. I'll be that. Like, whatever. I love people that can just lean into it. Like, okay, I'll be a bitch. Whatever then, bitch. Whatever. We bitches together. I just liked him. Okay. And then he just continues to be so fair throughout the show and everything that goes on. Like he's always the voice of reason with the men. I'm just
Hmm.
here for Eugene. Okay. So that's another thing, like from Married to Medicine, um, this past episode, because they went to Hilton Head and everybody lost their fucking mind because Jackie and Curtis was uncomfortable. Dr. Heavenly did the same thing this season that she did in season 7 with Buffy. When Buffy explained how she felt about Dr. Jackie saying she was infertile and that crass, fucked up way that she did during that event, bitch. Shout out to Tisha. um Dr. Jackie was stone cold and basically told her, got mad, like tried to tell her that, well, I'm trying to help the world. I'm trying to be an example. Well, use your own infertility, bitch. Don't use mine so that you can grandstand. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. And Heavenly comes up and start, I just don't like when y'all talk about, I don't like when y'all say that because Jackie is a warm, good person. Dr. Jackie is a good woman. Now, I won't hear y'all say nothing bad about Dr. Jackie. Bitch, did she get this from In Living Color? Now I'm starting to think she may be trolling Necey, like you said.
She is very much trolling.
She remember on Living Color? Don't y'all talk about Miss Jenkins like that. I won't hear nothing bad about Miss Jenkins because I'll cut you if you say something bad about Miss Jenkins. That's how she started acting about Dr. Jackie. Like, she got so defensive when Buffy called her out in season 7, and she got so defensive this season. Like, even the way her and Damon walked in behind Curtis and Jackie when they showed up at the trip finally, and she locked arms with him. I'm like, bitch, we shall overcome. Like,
That's
bitch,
how they all walked in.
Right, what are the civil rights? And I feel like y'all was making it about y'all, and nobody would have been worried about y'all had y'all not made it about y'all. Had y'all not canceled the plans and then decided to show up last minute, united front, nobody would have been worried about it. Y'all would have got the initial uncomfortable shit off on the ride. By the time y'all got to the house, it would have been over. But because of the way they was acting, I think Curtis is actually cheating currently. I think Jackie knows. I want to know what the conversation was at the house. Why was there not a fucking camera there when you was calling, telling them you wasn't gonna be there? I wanted to see what was going on and what you was crying about, bitch. So, I understood where Sweet Tea was coming
from. Bitch, Bondy, can we say that now about Dr. Jackie?
What?
You said I wanted to know what you was crying about, bitch. I'm like, oh, like we shaking the table by saying
we
bitch.
Shaking
and we
the table
about
because we millennials like Sweet Tea, and we believe in cursing old people the fuck out if they deserve it. Like, I could be a little girl, I could be a 35-year-old grown ass little girl to you, and you can be an old bitch to me. Shout out to Dr. Eugene. Okay, ladies, what do y'all think?
I was just here for Sweet Tea collecting Jackie ass, getting her together, because you, like she said, they think she the matriarch. She ain't my mama, she ain't my grandmama, she ain't my, yeah, like, you can get cussed the hell out too. I just got tired of her calling that girl baby girl. That was so annoying, and she just deserved everything. And I didn't mind her being called to the carpet with the situation that comes down, that came down between her and Curtis. That ain't everybody else's fault. That's between you and Curtis. That's on you that your man cheated on you, and you need to be worried about what the hell he doing down there in Mexico. Is that what you was crying about when they called
in
you?
the DR.
Yeah. And so is that what was going on? Why was you crying? That's what I want to know about too. Why was you crying?
I'm not gonna be able to make it.
And then why Heavenly come up there? I wasn't gonna come. No one cares. No one cares if you weren't. It's not about you. You don't have to come, girl. I wasn't gonna come because it ain't right. It ain't right. It's also not right for you to sit up there and be dogging the fuck out of Quad the way that you do, and then be over there, got her all on your IG live like y'all are, besties again. But if Quad accepts that behavior of her good friend, then that's on Quad. But yeah, no. Heavenly got on my damn nerves.
Yeah, Heavenly worked my nerves too, talking about I'm not going if Curtis not going. And back to the scene of Jackie crying on the phone, talking about I'm not gonna be able to make it. I felt like she's projecting like what we seen Contessa do. You really want to fight your husband. You can't fight your husband. Your husband wants to blame you for his actions. So you in turn then blame your friends prematurely for shit that they haven't even done yet. Nobody's even brought up the fact that he cheated. But you prematurely need to blame somebody because he on your head, because it's a sensitive subject for him. And probably some shit he's still doing, just like y'all said. So yeah, This all aligns with a lot of the keep a man logic that we've seen season over season.
Mm.
Let's make this man comfortable, even though I'll be uncomfortable. She keeps talking about we healed. Girl, you're not healed. You lay with that man every single night. And if y'all are in such a good place, it shouldn't matter where. Like I said last week, I'm not going to cut out full destinations of places that I can't even see because you decided to cheat if my ass decided to stay. That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Y'all are old. Old people go through shit when they go, when you be married for a long ass time. If you decided to stay, everybody done been through something. Like Simone said, those people were not gonna judge you, but you had to project because you was getting shit from your husband. Um, what else? Oh, Sweet Tea. Shout out to
Ooh.
Sweet Tea. Okay. The reason why when Sweet Tea first came on the show, I did not know if I was gonna like her only
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like she was gonna allow the women to walk over her. And that was the whole thing. Like, I just can't get with somebody who want to get in where they fit in. Sweet Tea is showing the complete opposite of that. I don't feel bad for Jackie. I don't feel like Jackie gets a pass. She should be in a hot seat. And before
Mm-hmm.
live, I was just telling y'all it was so funny how Jackie's read was, "Oh, I'm always in a hot seat. I'm in a hot seat when I'm saving lives." She was trying to do that whole bitch, I'm a doctor flex. But
Yes.
it was just a month ago, your ass was in a hot seat on Twitter with your clients talking about bad experience. So it's so funny how you had to eat your words. And I think that Sweet Tea just called a thing a thing. You were in her business. You were bringing up stuff that was inappropriate and was sensitive to her marriage. But when the shoe on the other foot, you crying. Yeah,
Mm.
I'm not bad for Jackie at all. She can get it too.
I'm glad you brought that up. That was definitely something. I'm like, but we not talking about you being in the hot seat when it comes to work. You over there trying to deflect like a bitch. But you know what was a little piece of a cackle was when Curtis tried to check Sweet Tea them, and Greg had said something too. And Curtis checked him and Greg shut the hell up. I'm like, Greg, you ain't gonna ask this man who the fuck is he talking to? When he said bottom
What
line, we didn't come here to discuss that. We didn't come here to get into this, that, and the other. And Greg sat back and just got quiet. I guess he ain't want no trouble. But I would have
He
had to
didn't
say
talk.
something to Curtis. But I loved when Eugene did step up, like,
Why would we do
you do
that
not
now?
trust us. Yeah, like you don't trust. We was there from the beginning. What
mm-hmm.
does
Yeah.
that say about our friendship or how you think of our friendship that you think we would put you in that type of position?
They shaking in their boots. They telling on themselves. Y'all going
Mhm.
through it. Embarrassing.
Sad.
And
Well,
production knows. That's why they set that damn trip up.
yeah, especially at Hilton Head. Like y'all knew what the
Mhm.
fuck y'all was doing because y'all know shit going on over there at Jackie house and she don't want to talk about it.
Mhm.
Messy ass. Anyway, do y'all have anything else to add before we move on? All right, we're gonna get into some mess. Wait a minute. Hold up. Somebody said they look, Micah, thank you for the super chat. Is it me? Dr. Alicia and this train shit is sick as fuck. Listen, I'm glad you brought it up before we move on. Girl, listen, Dr. Alicia, come to the front, ma'am. You can't come on national television complaining about how your husband can't even pick up a fucking nail and hammer, can't even put a picture on the wall, bitch. You can't come to us and talk about how these grown ass women who have been in relationships and marriages for longer than you have need to be trained when your husband don't even know how to do what men's supposed to do around the house as far as these gender
Mm.
roles are concerned. But he gonna be screaming at you to make a fucking plate every time you come home from a job as if you aren't also a doctor. You're a dentist, bitch. This is not a traditional relationship if you working too. Okay.
I agree.
So I'm annoyed with Alicia. I don't like that her response to Toya was, oh, you need to be trained. No, bitch, you need to learn from Toya how to train your husband how to act because your husband don't know how to act. Eugene was trying to save his ass when he keep talking about they went to cooking class and he talking about cooking is for women. And Eugene was like, you can't say that when some of the best world-renowned chefs are men. You can't say that. Like, and y'all know Eugene likes to cook. He like to marinate and
Mhm.
barbecue and cook a steak to perfection and all that. Child, I love me an old cooking ass man. Okay. I don't know nothing about bitch ass niggas that don't know how to do nothing but claim that they, traditional. I don't, and then ask their wife to pay bills and shit. Like I don't know anything about that. Okay, because my daddy paid all of the bills, if not, well, most bills. But my mama paid bills just for fun, not because she actually had to. My mama had her own business, and my daddy cooked, and he was still the head of his household. So I don't know what the fuck go on in Nigeria, but you need to be eating coochie and shutting the fuck up. That's what you
That's
need.
what has me
He
tickled. 'Cause he
lying.
talking about that don't happen over there. And then as soon as she tell him he could get down there a little more,
Hmm.
he ain't know what the hell to say.
Man,
He
listen.
lying.
She didn't even
Nikki
know how
said
to
it the
tell him
best.
to get down there more. It just
Nikki
seems
said it best. Ain't no fat nigga telling me what I what he ain't eating. Okay, you ain't fat, but nigga, you ain't telling me what you ain't eating. Okay.
she didn't even know how to let him know he could get down there a little more.
Mm-mm. I guess she could. She was like, "This is my opportunity because I won't be able to talk to him about it at home."
I don't understand how
It's
Exactly.
you just gonna
crazy.
push that nigga head down there and lock his fucking shoulders around. Like nigga, I do you know how hard it is for a nigga to get out of the vice grip I'll put around your motherfucking neck? Good luck. Okay, we hope you live.
Wow.
Uh,
He would have been forced to face the nation. Shout out to Erica De Niro. Okay, face in the place. Shout out to Roxanne. We gonna say all the little cute euphemisms for you need to stop talking and eat that pussy. Shut it up. Okay, shut it up.
I'm sure nothing has changed since then.
oh, you know it.
Let me tell
Cause
you
she was
something.
just on Watch What Happens Live
I'm sure because she looked the fool.
talking about people they need training or something. She was still saying the same thing, so I think she
Girl,
change.
and you still over there cooking and cleaning, fucking getting no head and working. I
Mm-mm.
guess. I guess, but that's why they're gonna keep clowning your ass. That's why I'm not mad every time Dr. Simone clown the fuck out your husband. Every time Eugene was like, y'all in the kitchen, y'all supposed to be barefoot. What's wrong with you? Listen, I was cackling at the way they was playing the fuck out Kima and Alicia the whole show. Just any light moment was them making fun of them motherfuckers because Kima keeps saying shit. Like it'd be different if you told us, but he says it around the other men and make the other men feel like, well, nigga, wait a minute, what the fuck you trying to say? Like when Dr. Damon got upset, like nigga, I ain't got no nuts. Excuse me, I beg to differ. Anyway, that was basically it for Married to Medicine. I'm sorry we had to go back to that when somebody brought it up. We did the whole intro, but bitch, listen, this is what we was here to talk about. Monique. Monique went on Club Shay Shay and basically said that y'all need to stop lying for these people, tell the truth, shame the devil. She needs accountability. Nicole Simpson can't rap, bitch. And she wants Oprah and she wants Tyler Perry to take some accountability and publicly apologize and stop playing in her face because they blackball her. And Tyler Perry lied on that lady and she would have been making $20 million a year since he did that shit to her 12 years ago and he done fucked up the church's money. Shout out to Funky Dineva. So it's definitely, giving Monique, had to come and do her Cat Williams and tell the truth on everybody. And I believe everything Monique said. I do. I even believe that DL Hughley didn't handle her the way he claims he handled her because I don't think DL Hughley likes women, to tell you the truth. The way he dealt with his daughter, the way he dealt with his wife, the way he dealt with that side chick, the way he has cursed Monique out on the internet with his bottom lip trembling like an old nigga with a cane. I was worried for him. He was upset. And he's come out and responded since then. And we're going to play his latest response because Monique and her husband, Sydney, child, came out and did a whole little video. Sydney cried and they thanked the Breakfast Club for apologizing to Monique and finally having her back because Netflix did settle. So everybody called her a fool, but she got her fucking money. That hair doesn't look like she's broke. Okay. That hair looks like I make money, honey, and not Tyler Perry money, where the wigs are terrible. Okay. Where the wigs are bad and the mics are terribly placed. Not over there. So it's given she got her money. I believe Monique, but Monique, I do believe that I'm gonna let you rock on the Sydney situation, but you talk like a hoe talking about a pimp. You talk like you're not a grown ass woman that's had to take care of herself, find her way through life, and eventually arise to a point in life where she could do nothing but make changes so that her life would be better. Even though Sydney had an effect on you and he was a driving force for you to act like that was about anything other than for you and your own self improvement that had to happen on this journey for you, is a disservice to me. To act as if this man saved you, when really the truth of the matter is you can only really save yourself. If you chose to still be friendly with your coochie and doing whatever the fuck, as you said, you was doing before you realized that you needed to move from the head of the table and let Sydney take head of the table, all that shit you was talking. Yeah, you could have still been on that road doing whatever the fuck you wanted to do, turning niggas into Mr. Ogilvy all over the states. You could have been doing that. But instead, you decided to get your life right as far as you're concerned. And, be a mother and be a wife and, praise all praises to Sydney and hoping that all of us get a Sydney. Okay. So she works on my nerves with that. And then even in the video she did after the fact, oh yeah, I just wish y'all, my husband, hold on to your black man. And listen, Monique, I do feel like people are too quick to throw away good relationships just because of small things or moments of, discontent. Okay. Real shit. But I feel like there's nothing wrong with leaving somebody and eventually finding your way back to them if that's what's supposed to happen. I don't think anybody should stay in situations that aren't comfortable or good for them just for the sake of sticking with a nigga. I don't like that. And I don't like that that's promoted to black women specifically to just stick around and stick beside them regardless to treatment. I don't like that. Now, if your man treats you good, that's fine. But Monique, your message often comes off like care so much about having a man that you will hurt yourself in the process. So yeah, it's not a good look, but I don't think she was lying about anything else. What y'all thought about Monique?
I was trying to understand how the hell we even got to the conversation to hold on to your black man or woman at the end of
That's
that
what I was about
damn
to say.
video. I was like, how did we get here? Emotional and all. I'm so fucking, are y'all battling something you're not telling us? Like, I'm confused. But I mean, I listened to the interview, y'all. I was halfway through. I was just like, what the hell I'm supposed to be gaining from this? Like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like we talk about the same shit we always talk about, right? But the more I listened, I did feel like some things definitely became more clear, and it's really giving Oprah and not just Tyler, but Kevin Ayers has been the villain the entire damn time. Because Kevin, you was wrong sitting on that phone, but you strike me as that type of person though in real life that Kevin would definitely tell you one thing in your face, overhype it,
Oh yeah.
and then turn around and flip on you. And then when she calls you out about it, you want to sit up there and say, oh, well, that's wrong. That's wrong. Now, we'll say this now. When Monique talked to Kevin and Kevin said, I'll support whatever project y'all are trying to do, I do feel like some of that fault is on Monique because she should have never turned around and called the network or whoever and told them exactly what Kevin said if she didn't have writing and thing, writing for that. If you don't have no contract or anything or nothing solidified, I feel like you shot your own self in the foot by speaking too soon, going back to them. I know he gave y'all money previously and stuff, and you probably trusted him. That's your friend. But I feel like she should have waited for something more concrete. But a lot of what she said, that lady wasn't lying. She was not lying. And I appreciate her speaking on why she continues to talk about it because those people have not held themselves accountable. They still did wrong. They have not fixed the situation or corrected anything. So she's gonna continue to talk about it until they acknowledge publicly that they did her wrong, like Lee Daniels or whatnot. But Oprah, bitch, I'm gonna have to tell you, you was dog ass wrong, girl. If ain't nobody tell you before, I'm gonna have to say you was dog ass wrong to have that lady's brother on your show after she
Mm-hmm.
done won that award, talking about, first of all, why did he even get a platform to discuss how he violated his sister? That's the shit that I be talking about. Like I was talking about Yolanda Saldivar getting this docu-series to talk about how
Mm-hmm.
she clapped Selena. Like, why
Yes.
do we get these people these platforms to talk about this shit? Like, you was dog ass wrong. And I'm surprised that Monique continued to work with you even after that.
And
Did
Oprah
you-
was a victim too.
Right. Why are you
That's
sitting across
crazy.
from this man and you just, I don't know, y'all was wrong. And Tyler, baby, I'm gonna listen to the audio they done put up on Twitter and just see exactly what it was that was being said.
He
Okay.
admitted it. I remember listening to it back then. He admitted that he lied on her in the audio.
That,
Mm.
that is
I saw it on Twitter, but I hadn't listened to it either. I saw it like right before we came on. But the part I think is funny as fuck was his deal was like, I'll admit this if you admit that you did. He tried to get her to lie about something, take
Like
blame for something.
apologize
He
for
wanted
yeah.
them to say that Oprah and Tyler did not blackball her,
Yeah.
and then to show up to the meeting without Sydney.
Yeah.
And I felt
Yes.
this is when I clicked into understanding her thing with Sydney, because I was like, it's not even just that Tyler Perry says shit that I feel like people be needing recording devices for.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I also feel like, Jami, you know what I'm saying? You and I have been in these situations where it's like you kind of need your partner for like moral support and just to help
Yeah.
you feel like backed up. And I'm saying it specifically because of, like, you know, when we went to work with Tasha, how we
Yeah.
both felt, and also how Tasha knew we would feel. And
Yeah.
you know, would like keep saying, you know, talk to your husbands about it, talk to your man about it, let me know. And you know,
Mhm.
it's not, I don't think, coming from a place of, oh, you need somebody to tell you what to do, but it's from the space of understanding that you need support when you're dealing with people in this industry, because you never
Mhm.
know what you're, you know what I'm saying, what you're dealing with. And
Mhm.
it can feel scary. So it feels good when whoever the person is who you feel protects you is in the room with you. And so when she talked about that this time around, I understood what she was talking
Yeah.
about with Sydney and being there, you know, with the meetings and stuff.
And he her manager too. That was the thing that clicked for me. It was like, of course, if you were as my manager around when I was getting these checks and you were getting a percentage, when I'm calling these motherfuckers out, I need you to show up in the same way that you were when I was getting the money. Because whatever I'm discussing now and talking to them about now is still going to benefit you as well. So definitely show up and be by my side. And then, I mean, people like to isolate folks during those times as well. So that's another reason why you just want to, like you said, want to have your support right there. And I feel like that was an isolation tactic. Like, I'll meet with you, but your significant other can't be there.
Because you don't
Yeah,
make
that's
you
what it
don't make the
was.
same decisions. Like, you don't make the solid decision when you feel slightly scared or uneasy the way you would when you're by yourself.
But
And I wanted to go ahead, go ahead.
I just also want to say this. I guess a little bit of devil's advocate as well. And I do understand that's her manager. But I often wonder if at times he may overspeak, or you know what I'm saying? It's like speak before she can even say anything. But she
Mm-hmm.
also
He did
gives
on
him
that
that
live
because on that live, like,
too much.
but she gives him that space to say a lot as
He
well.
represents her.
So,
We are
you
one.
know,
But it's not
basically,
even the way a manager will represent someone. It's the way a woman would force herself to minimize so that the man can feel important. That's what we
mhm,
see. Like, and that's no different than what we saw with other women who we feel like have been fucked over. But because Sydney has not directly fucked over you,
mhm.
I'm just gonna leave you alone about it. But you know, time still will
That
tell.
is true. He
But
has not, yeah, I cannot recall anything that he has done that's made its way to us, the
It
public. I don't
wouldn't. I
think he's
feel like
done
she a
anything.
Dr. Heavenly. She wouldn't.
mm,
That would never get
let
out.
that shit come out. Yeah. Oh,
That
Oh,
she
that's
she's
the
like Dr. Heavenly. It would never get out if something happened. Protect her man at all costs.
and if it
Because
did, she gonna say something before it even comes. I think she's gonna address it before it even
it
is
just
released.
won't. I don't feel like nobody knows anything besides that pillow. Friends won't know. Whenever you think about her relationship with the men in her life, like, that's an undying loyalty that she gonna have. Ain't nobody gonna know nothing if anything went down.
Mm.
I did hate how Shannon's response was. He was kind of timid. He was kind of timid for me when she said to him, and what did Tyler say?
And he,
I don't know.
you
What
should
did
have
you say?
recorded him. But
Why
we
did you record?
He
Why
didn't
did you
listen, y'all.
record?
He either did not listen to it, don't remember nothing the man said, or doesn't want to be the person to actually say
It's the
what he don't want to be
That's what it is.
included in being the enemy as Tyler could possibly see
yeah,
Monique.
I think he
And
still
that
wants to be
he's
a
one of
part
the
of it.
people Mo was talking about.
Yes, she hit him up several times about the way he is. You know, allowing niggas to just say any old thing, and also his affinity for young white women, as much as he wants to have babies with black women. I just want to say this right quick and get this off my screen. Christian committed extortion. I just want to say I don't care. Like, I know y'all always want people to, you know, go above and beyond to be above board, but when I've been wronged, however I see fit to have that wrong righted, that's up to me. people don't always have to come out and be a martyr for everybody else's benefit, even though I feel like that's the righteous thing to do. As someone that's already been victimized, that's not always their responsibility to right someone else's wrong by putting themselves in harm's way. So if getting my money and going on about my way is the better way for me to deal with abuse, then that's what I'm going to do. Because at the end of the day, if you were paid off, it's because the person did what you said they did.
Facts. However, I do feel like do that if you want to take your money and go. Just don't come and tell us. Just leave us out the
Well, he
conversation.
had to tell us. That was his power move.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, you
He
got
had to tell us.
He had to use the public in order to leverage. Because if you don't have the public, he doesn't have any leverage with the so-called billionaires.
Yeah, whoever it
I
was he
think
was
that's a
talking
good
about.
point.
Whoever it was, allegedly. Lee. Shout out
What
to
was
Alex.
he? Shit, it was one more thing. Oh, okay. This is what I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on. So Monique talked about her situation with DL Hughley, right? DL Hughley, I saw his live. He hops on saying that she talked about his wife, talked about how he stood there and watched his daughter get raped. Monique hopped on live talking about, I didn't say that I wasn't talking about your wife. I told her that it must suck to give head. Like, you can't even give head to a coward, right? So I'm like, okay, technicalities, like you weren't talking about his wife. I feel you on that. But then she said something about how you can't look at yourself or something because you know that you didn't protect your daughter.
Yeah.
And then she says, well, I'm not talking about anything that he hadn't talked about. So when Monique was on live, I mean, I feel like potato. You talked about the man's situation with the daughter getting assaulted, right? And I felt like you talked about that as a jab towards him, but you getting on live making it sound like it's not what it was. I'm like, I was just annoyed because she was trying to like love her way out of the situation. You've talked about it. It's your conscience talking. You feel bad. But at the same token, I feel like Monique's projection was working because she has been in the same situation as his daughter where she felt like she wasn't protected and she said that.
Yes.
So to me, it just sounded like a whole lot of bullshit going on where, yes, he wronged you, but yes, you hopped on stage and yes, you did discuss his daughter in a way that I felt like was inappropriate and then backtrack and act like you didn't do it. So it's like, we still love you though. We love you. Don't do that. Don't play with me.
And who else finna give him some head? Like, one will only believe that you're referring to his wife.
She should have brought up the side chick.
Oh, the one he had a baby with.
Because that was another way to prove that he was a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, that would be easy.
He has several opportunities to prove how much of an ain't shit nigga DL Hughley is, which is the reason why I be understanding what he mean. And I said my only issue with Monique was her bringing that shit up about the daughter because the daughter was bothered by it. And that wasn't for you to draw even more attention to. But I still kind of went along with Monique because it was like you talked about it several times. And I think he talked about it in order to make himself seem like someone who has made these big mistakes and learned from them and moved on. But then when King Harris was talking about his experience with his parents, you wanted King Harris to just shut up because of all of the sacrifices that your parents have made for you. And I drew the correlation back then to how I felt like that's the same mentality where you feel like the kid should just shut up to protect the parent because the parent has done all of these things, which really is about the parent following their own dream, not really about doing anything for a child. Your child just so happens to reap the benefits of you becoming rich, but essentially you did that for yourself. So, I don't like DL Hughley's way of thinking. I also think like his social media, the way he posts, his comments, those arguments between men and women, baby mama, single, black single mother bullshit. Like you made somebody a single mother. And then when a child was harmed by the other nigga, you prayed that the baby didn't make it because you didn't want to deal with the remnants of having that baby on your wife. You didn't want to have to tell your wife. Like, so to me, I just kind of feel like DL does a lot of grandstanding when he himself has been a despicable human being. And he said something during that live you talking about, Necey, where he was like, fathers pay for their daughters, trying to shade Monique for paying Sydney for being her manager. But I'm like, but you pay your daughter and your wife and you think that they're still, outwardly showing you support because they love you and they don't have any real ill content or resentment? Or is it because you pay the bills? Is it because you pay? You know what I'm saying? Is it because they have access by acting like everything is cool? And then the killer, Monique, bringing up the fact that he's always at the airport with an emotional support dog. Nigga, if you need an emotional support dog to walk around everywhere, why you always fucking with people? That's what Monique said. Bitch, I was
Mhm.
done. She was like, I don't say it to be funny, but I'm just saying.
She
Why
like
you
you.
fucking with people?
Ain't nobody off limits. She gonna bring the dogs into it too.
Uh, I mean, they bring daddy into it, so I guess she feel like everybody is fair game. And it's another thing because DL was talking about people being sensitive, and it was like DL. I know you not talking about motherfuckers being sensitive. That video he did, his lip was quivering, he was upset. But this is his most recent. Because Monique, y'all know, like, as we said, Monique and Sydney came out, did a live, and Sydney cried, and they just did the whole shebang. And then this was DL's response.
All right, I'm taking time to respond to Monique again. She made another greasy ass video with her daddy. We kind of relitigating some of the stuff she said on Club Shay Shay, where she talked about how she was on the show and somebody, they played a game, Would You Rather? And I guess she felt like they insulted her husband's sexuality, which is interesting because she can always talk shit about everybody else's sexuality. But I guess her husband's sacrosanct. He's off limit. But a hit dog will bark unless his mouth is full. But she talked about, well, she didn't actually call her lawyer. Who the fuck would be afraid of your lawyer? Your lawyer, you mean the lawyer that did your contract? The lawyer from the.
You mean the lawyer that got her the settlement with Netflix? Ugh, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let him go. But I'm just saying.
Firm of Negro from Ghetto Got Him and Gone. That lawyer, who the fuck afraid of him? He couldn't get your name right on the ticket. He gonna get it right on a legal document. It didn't happen because we decided it shouldn't happen. You didn't need to, because we respect people. We don't have to do things for clicks. They took it off because you asked me to, because I respected you at the time. You also talked about how I disrespect you on so many platforms, but you have this impeccable memory where you can tell to the degree, well, who did what to you and why and what happened, where you were, but you can't pull up one time on any platform that I said anything about you at all, because you know you're lying. You got that piece of paper and that big ass memory, but you can't pull one up. My biggest mistake is saying yes to you. I should have said no when you couldn't come on my radio show. I should have said no that I wasn't playing those dates with you. As a matter of fact, almost anybody who says yes to you at some point is in this milieu with you. Almost anybody. So I would suggest anybody out there, you can say yes to drugs, but say no to Monique. You talked about how my children, families are off limits. They weren't when you were running across Vegas. The stage in Detroit. They weren't when you talking shit on social media. When you got your ass whipped and your tickets dropped, then they became off limits. But let's do this. Let's decide that you will treat my children like you treat yours, like you don't know them, invisible, like you have no relationship with them, like you're estranged, you're unfamiliar, like you don't know them. You also intimated that I was coward. You know what I'd never do? I would never let my woman take care of me. I would never let my woman get evicted from her apartment. I would never let my woman has to ask another man for money.
I'm sorry. We totally gonna negate the baby mama that you let struggle and that your wife had to send money to for your baby before the baby was harmed. Oh, okay, DL, go ahead.
I'd never do that. Can your old man say the same? He loves you. Of course, he gotta say that. You claim him on your taxes. He's a dependent.
Same thing for your wife.
He's sitting there with you right now, and everything, because it ain't like he does anything else. But you never address the salient point. I said that if you spent as much time writing your Netflix special as you did arguing about getting it, it wouldn't have been trash. It was. I didn't say it. I defy anybody out there. Stop listening to me. Watch it. Read the reviews. You begged for something. You made valid points that women are underpaid, that they're not valued. That's absolutely right. So you would think that when you got a chance to do something that you could argue for, you'd be up for the challenge, but you shit the bed because you never are ready for it, because all you ever do is complain about what you don't have. You're never ready for the moment because you're always living in the past. I said it. If you spend half of your time doing, as opposed to talking about who didn't do for you and what they did for you, you'd be a lot further along. You wouldn't be evicted. You wouldn't be working for your man. You wouldn't be asking other comics.
Is she
Working for your
working
man or
now?
the man?
Hello.
Yeah, or the man working for her.
Which one is it?
For money.
Oh.
So you got all the ingredients.
You know a nigga about to do some fuck shit when he go put on a turtleneck.
Take that piece of paper that you're running down the list with, and that pen that you got, and that daddy sits next to you, and do what you can't do what you never do. Write a fucking joke.
You know, I believe everything Monique said about the damn would you rather question. Your husband fuck Lee Daniels with a condom or Cat. What's her name? Superhead without one.
Korean.
Yeah, Corinne. I believe everything because he got too much smoke for her husband. You had them people ask her that dumb ass shit, and just for that, I would light your ass up too.
Because that was disrespectful as fuck, though, to ask somebody that.
Don't play.
And then I feel like it also isn't disrespectful to just her and, to Monique, but I feel like that's disrespectful as hell to Lee Daniels and to Korean.
And shout out to Corinne who got on live yesterday for 3 hours, just showing her all of the showing everybody all the beautiful shit she has in her house. She was able to show you the library. I'm gonna show you the music room. Let me show you the music room. We have some guitars in here, and we like rent it out, and people come over and they stay and they play their music. And then she showed us like all of her favorite art books, and then who she got them from. And she's like messing with her hair and shit, like doing the I'm perfect thing. And talking about all the wonderful expensive things she has in her home and how they've renovated and she redid the kitchen and she put this wallpaper up. And so to me, I felt like she got on live because she was mentioned. So it's like, let me show y'all how good my life is at this point. If y'all think that y'all playing me, okay? Because Corinne lives good, girl. Corinne lives the life that we all dream of. Corinne gets up and does whatever the fuck she wants to do in a nice place in LA with a patio. Oh yes. And she's such a good decorator. And then she's working on this new book called The House of Ill Repute. I think that's what it's called. And she did this really smart thing. And that's why bitch is like low-key genius. Like not low-key. But she created like an Instagram and she would post like pictures to like show the story, the characters, what they would look like, and the spaces and what the spaces would look like, and kind of like let you into the story before the book even comes out. So the whole time she's been on social media, she's been reminding everybody things I didn't do or things I did when I wasn't working on my book, got to finish one more chapter. And I'm like, that shit is perfect marketing because anybody that's watching her is going to be waiting for the book to drop just from watching her social media of her talking about writing the book. So yeah, Corinne, Elizabeth Overseen, as she goes by now, is doing great over there. So yeah, that was Monique. And as we've gotten later in the day, really quick, did I not? I thought I did. Oh, I guess we don't need a graphic for Aubrey because we couldn't show you what we wanted to show you anyway. So Drake was up there on the internet with his dick out, flapping it around like that, like squeegee, outside of the car. And I told y'all this. I did some research, on penis extensions because I wanted to see how they worked. And basically all they do is make it longer, but that doesn't make it stronger because essentially like what's inside that makes it like hard and strong, you can't make that any bigger. But you can make the skin like stretch out longer and like add skin to it to make the dick longer. So when I saw his dick
probably only hard at the base.
Yes, that's why it was flopping like that. Because like I just kind of feel like if you've seen a big dick, like they do not flop like that if they're real. And that's why I feel like he got his dick done.
Attention.
They probably did.
Quit playing.
It still wasn't giving. I didn't understand why the people all on Twitter was going crazy. I'm like, really? Calm down.
They're colorists. That's why. Because they're excited about light-skinned penis. Calm down.
Yeah, I feel like I was the only person that was just like, yeah. And I was like, am I tripping? Or I just felt like people was annoyed with me because I was like, yeah.
It was giving mid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think I mostly felt that way because I knew that he had leaked the shit on his own. Like literally the day before, I told y'all.
Yes, you did.
The day before.
You out like Drake. He acting weird.
Posting his news on the gram like a bad bitch.
He hadn't even posted them yet. It was something that he said. I can't remember. It's something he said or
About
a
Rihanna
picture of him.
not performing
Oh,
Rihanna's song.
yes, not performing a Rihanna song. That was giving little dick energy. And then whenever he was getting into it with well, he didn't get into it, but when Nicki and Meg was getting into it, he gonna post the picture of his mom holding him back, like Nicki came from Meg's head. He was like being shady to Meg on his
She did
Instagram
it in his
story,
song too. That's
and
why
that
she
was
went for him.
you
She
said
did
what?
him.
That's why she went for him originally because he said something in his song about Meg. He been coming for Meg.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He said something about lies, or is it ass shots or something? A stallion be lying, something along those lines. Ever since then, it was just giving very much
Little
fuck
dick.
boy, little dick energy. And then the next day, once it came out, I was like, I don't even want to see the shit because I know he leaked the shit himself.
I
I
agree.
just, mm,
The first thought I had when I saw, I'm like, nah, I sit there. I'm like, why? Why?
That was exactly what you said. Why?
get away from me with this, Apollo.
He definitely did that on his own.
He's
We need
nasty.
we need you to answer these BBL marks, okay?
'Cause we know you got it. We know you got the BBL because you was all thick on the sides and then showed up with etches. Okay, listen. He's nasty. I want to move on because I do want to kind of quickly go into this. So it's been like a fad lately for women to get niggas' faces tattooed on their faces. But I think Krishan has completely crashed out. Like, if y'all didn't think she was a crackhead and somebody needed to call CPS before, I hope you think that now. And since she got this tattoo, she's lost like 400,000 followers on Instagram. Then she proceeded to be even more problematic with these videos. Let's take a listen.
That forehead and that synthetic weave you got in your hair. Who's eating me up? You're broke as you're ugly as with a fat nose. You don't even, and I know you don't like your complexion because you look like one of them type.
She listening to church in the background while talking about somebody's features in their dark skin. And
Oh, wow, dog, tell me, bro. It always be those ones. Like, why? Why
Yeah.
do they dark skin ones that be looking? Why? The dark and dusty ones that be scared. That be looking like a dot. That be like jealous, so jealous of girl. Like, oh my god, light skin girls. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, shit crazy. Dumb crazy. Jealous. Regular look. She black. Oh, wow, dog, tell.
let me tell you something, Krishan. Nobody should ever be jealous of a bitch that would walk around with no teeth in her mouth for a nigga and then proceed to be abused by him, slutted out, told that your baby isn't his. He goes to jail after he leaves you for his Stewie looking ass bitch. And then you get his face tattooed on your face as solidarity. Meanwhile, Stewie's with a lesbian. It's giving you're pathetic. It's giving crackhead. It's giving nobody cares how much money you have, you're still renting that house. And Blueface is still in jail. And he's gonna be in jail even longer because he recently had a judge in Las Vegas say he want him to turn himself in after he get out of jail in LA because of when he tried to get Stewie to fight that girl in the crowd and push the girl into the crowd, threw her off and all of that. So yeah, I don't like these people and I want the blogs to stop posting. Like at this point, let it die out. Let it be over. It's been 2 years of Krishan and Blueface. Enough. Let
Please
it die out.
enough.
Let it have its moment.
Neighborhood talk. Please let them go. Please
Jasmine
release
Brand.
them.
Jasmine,
Isn't
she's
there
a
a way
fucking
that we
fool.
could filter out keywords? I could have swore I had a keyword that I don't want
There
to see
is
in
a
front
yeah,
of.
you can. You
Yeah,
can.
I don't want to see no keywords about them. I asked for them to be left in 2022. We in
Oh,
2024.
She
didn't
on her way out though. That's why she got that damn tattoo so she can get more viral or whatever because her time is starting to dwindle. And having that loss of 400,000 is everything because it's like, girl, you're not too on top to lose.
Hmm.
I'm
She
glad
said
people
her
starting to
time.
see what we've been seeing.
okay. Welcome to the party. We're happy you're awake now. And lastly, I feel like Ice Spice and Lotto tried to repeat what Meg and Nikki had going on, but it wasn't gonna work because we don't care like that. So here's how it started.
In the back of your weak ass snippet. Like that's why I was
Right.
confused.
Oh,
Literally, like,
So
hello.
I was like, wait a second, that's me. So I'm like, okay, since we're talking about me, let's talk about me. And I dropped that. It was really just a
And then
snippet.
you
and
overshadowed the fuck
period.
out of it. That's what the funny part
It
about it.
was me
Like
trying to be
you took
delusional.
it.
Like, nah, there's no way they really put her in the back of the video. That's so bold,
No,
though.
I was like, this has to be fake. This is AI. But
Yo.
bitches
And
be, you know what I'm saying, be bold. So I was like, oh, we're being bold today. But
You
what
can be
happened
bolder.
was the little snippet seeing that I'm in the back. On one, don't know why she's so nervous. I just want a one-on-one, don't know why she's so nervous.
She got a list.
Huh?
Ice Spice got a list
I don't know what's going
or
on,
just
but
a fat ass song.
what I am gonna say is she comes out with this song about farting on people, girl. I don't know. But all I know is
reaching.
it, girl. I felt like how you know Lotto was talking like how you know when she could have just been playing a video in the background and wasn't even paying attention to what was on the TV. Like, how do you know? Like
She
I
know, she know. They been beefing for a minute. And shout
they've
out
been
to the
beefing.
Barbs because y'all created that, and you did too, Nikki.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ever since Lotto, when Nikki did not get or when her song was not put in a certain category, for the Grammys or something, back in what 2022, she
Yeah.
called out not Ice Spice. She called out Lotto's song "Big Energy" or something like that.
You're
Like, why
right.
is hers in this particular category? So then Lotto hit her up, hopped in the DMs. They had an exchange. Nikki got on the phone with Lotto. Lotto recorded the conversation. And then months later, when they got into it or whatever, however it was, Lotto exposed that audio. People tried to drag her, but I bet you y'all the same motherfuckers that sat up there and was praising Monique for recording Tyler Perry. So I want y'all to have that same energy when it comes to Lotto, because people will say one thing on the phone and then they'll be a whole different person in public or whatever. But anywho, so that's how the situation kind of got started. Nikki started to pump up Ice Spice when Ice Spice came up. She was like, "Oh, she's the princess of hip hop." The you know,
Yeah.
instead of aligning herself with Lotto, who's always wanted to do music with her and has always complimented her in different interviews, she decided to prop up this young lady here, Ice Spice. So then one thing the fans gonna do on Twitter is trying to pin the ladies together the same way they finna try to pin Megan against Cardi B. Right. So this is what they're doing with these two girls. They've been, going at it because of the fans. And then, they just been taking shots. Ice Spice may say some slick, and then people be like, oh, I think she taking a shot at Lotto. Lotto get in her song and take some, but and say something about Ice Spice. But this is where Lotto was being more direct. Lotto got your video playing in the back. That was very intentional. Like, I'm on
Okay.
your, I just want a one-on-one. Don't know why she's so nervous. Like, I'm dead ass serious about that. And Lotto definitely fights. For anybody
Okay.
that's questioning, Lotto definitely throws hands. I will hope she doesn't do that at this point in her career, but she definitely will. And honestly, it's a situation where you can't out rap Lotto. I'm sorry. Like, you're not even
Definitely
on the
not.
same
True.
level as her. Just find somebody else to play with, in my personal. But she tried it. That's why she came back and said the whole you're not the shit, you're not even a fart type situation or whatever. And we're
Girl.
laughing at that. But good luck. So yeah, but Lotto said the song she has dropping called Sunday Service, she said that's actually an empowerment song. I think she's paying homage to like the ladies in hip hop, whereas a lot of us are believing that she really finna be coming at Ice Spice and throwing shots at other folks. Now she might be giving homage, and she also might be taking shots at folks too. That's what I'm thinking, but that's what's going on.
Okay. Well, we appreciate that update on what these light skinned girls are arguing about.
I don't know, y'all. When I feel like the only reason why Ice Spice has this longevity is because her tie to Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because this TikTok ass shit, like this type of music, let's.
Christian is right too. Christian in the comments talking about how they started to compare their styles and stuff. Yeah, that's a part of it as well.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like there is no comparison. Lotto is a real artist. Lotto has been trying to rap for years since she was on that show with JD and them. Not even just that, but
Yeah.
Lotto's stage performance is really great. Her choreography, keeping up her breath, being on her mic, looking great. Like Lotto is a quality invested in artist. Ice Spice is when y'all let TikTok songs go viral and the girl is light skinned with a big ass and just keeps twerking it in the camera, and so y'all make her famous. And
Mm-hmm.
then, Nicki, who screams that people are only working with Megan to spite her, I think work with Ice Spice to spite Lotto. Now that
Yep.
you say that, because
Mhm.
Oh yeah, sure.
like it just seems like those are the games you play. I mean, when you look at JT, like
Yeah,
JT
I was about
is
to
over
bring up
there
JT.
sucking pussy through the internet to make sure that she shows everybody she's on Nikki's side. But Nikki embarrassed you when y'all were on that Instagram live together. It just so happens you don't have enough ego about yourself to, see when you was being played or give a fuck. But I remember when they was on live and that shit was embarrassing the way Nikki was trying to make her rap when she made fun of her back in the day. That shit was so embarrassing, girl. I was just like, yo.
Yeah, she meant to embarrass that lady. Sad. But yeah, a lot of these artists that are coming up have absolutely no artist development. And when it comes to Lotto, I have to be honest and say, Miss Girl has been working on her shit since she been in elementary school.
And you can tell.
Okay, we're about to go, but before we go, real quick, why y'all didn't talk about Trigger pulling Jacquees shreds? Because Trigger did not respond, and Jacquees is a bitch ass nigga, so we don't really feel that sorry for him. Cause like, how you mad about a nigga being an artist after he pulled out your dreads, but you wasn't mad about it before?
And I don't
Mm.
give a damn about his dress being pulled out the way Dreezy, his ex-girlfriend, been over there tugging on his new girlfriend that happens to be pregnant. Okay.
That's what I
Dreezy told
saw.
her ass, girl, I turn your nigga down every day for you, and this is the things that I get, and drop receipts on the fact that Jacquees was asking her to get her pregnant or whatever. So he's been Dreezy's been dropping receipts, and Dreezy has been on her head, and they've been going back and forth on Twitter today. So that's the bigger conversation versus Trigger pulling the trigger on them damn dreads out his head.
Oh, the children are fighting. The children are fighting over dick no one cares
Mm.
about. Why are y'all
Little
fighting over Jacquees?
man. Yeah, that's all I say.
Ew.
This
Only
gonna
for
make me
Jacquees to be in Dubai with a whole nother woman.
Oh,
So
embarrassing.
you talking to your ex Dreezy trying to get back with her. Then you over there got a whole new girlfriend, Deion Sanders' daughter, might I add at that, the one, and she's
DeAndre.
pregnant. Yep. Come to find out, Dreezy said, girl, you was messing with Jacquees when we was together. So I really have no sympathy for you. Whole time this man out in Dubai with his high school sweetheart. Girl, it's a mess.
And then when got
Let's
in the
talk
fight
about
with
them
Trey
dreads I
Songz,
snatched.
when he got in the fight with Trey Songz, he said it was about a bitch that wasn't even his bitch. So what bitch was it?
Oh, you said that's where he got into it with Trey Songz was Dubai. So
I do not have thoughts on MIA's rants
No,
just yet.
I don't
I
either.
gotta I
well,
gotta
people
see
said
what
she
they have
racist
going on.
anyway. Once I
It's
read
What they
giving.
that,
say?
It's giving she not well. That's what I was
That's what
getting.
it was
Like,
giving.
that's what it was giving. Like, what the fuck Jay-Z and Rock Nation got to do with your husband and his new old lady getting your child vaccinated?
When you
Girl,
already
Roc
know that his
Nation
family
tried to
is
ruin
a
my husband's
billionaire.
like,
Girl,
girl,
reputation.
her husband's family, I mean her baby daddy's family is extremely wealthy. Girl, you knew that coming in. What Rock Nation got to do with it?
okay,
They
girl,
can shake and move on their own.
call the law.
No.
Don't call us. Okay, it's how we feel about that. Um, let me see before we get out of here. Let me read the rest of these. DeQuasia, thank you for being a member for 27 months. Sending love to y'all. Thank you, love. Amanda K, I think Aneka tried setting Wendy up by inviting Lebe to her house. Thank you so much
For
for the super
sure.
chat. Definitely. Lady Lisa, thank you for the super chat. Micah, thank you for the super chat. Is it me? Okay, we read that one about Dr. Alicia. Charm Locks, thank you for being a member for 17 months. Like Bernie Mac said, you gotta learn. LOL. Okay, DeQuasia, thank you for another super chat. Monique has been the second comedian who has literally been telling Shannon that they don't respect him as an interviewer for his lack of boundaries.
Mhm.
That is so true. Nor Chat, thank you for the super chat. Blueface Mama says she moved back in because she had an eviction notice on her door. Yes, because she has nowhere to live. Gabriella Hart, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, with that being said, do y'all have anything else to add, ladies, before we say goodnight?
Mm-mm.
Nope. Okay, well, y'all know where to follow. Y'all know where to talk to us. Y'all know where to hit us up. Okay, follow all of the ladies because our show definitely moves from channel to channel. Next week is gonna be on Necey or Jamie's channel.
It's
We
on
don't know.
Jami channel.
It's on Jamie channel. Make sure y'all follow Jamie so y'all on Jamie channel next Thursday. Okay, because girl, I'll forget. But anyway, with that being said, we appreciate y'all for coming through tonight. Like, subscribe, share. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.